Nora's of the opinion your mother's actions are unforgivable.
And you?
To be honest, Polly, it just reminds me of your mum going away when you were a kid. And even before that. I didn't bother to look for her back in the day. Knew she'd be back when she was ready. But this time, felt different. Made me nervous. When you were a kid, your mum always disappeared for a reason, and she'd always be back. With help or money or something useful.
I remember.
Nora was too young to remember. She doesn't understand it. So she's upset. Can't blame her. And your mum doesn't like feeling vulnerable. So they're both holed up in their rooms for now. What about you? How are you holding up?
I guess you summed it all up. Am I mad? Yes. Am I surprised? Nope. We can't avoid her forever.
You go. I'm not sure how I'd react to her right now.
That's fair.
I don't want to say anything I'll regret. I have all these questions, but I don't know if I really want the answers.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I'm going to try and talk to her.
Good luck.
What is it, Polyhymnia? I'm sure you have so many questions. So many old wounds you'd like to reopen. I will tell the truth. My truth. Although, there are certain things I'd like to keep to myself.
For example, chaos?
Ah, so they told you. Not exactly surprising, but inconvenient. My love for chaos is indeed a forbidden topic. It's too fresh, too strong to put into words. You may be Reverie's new oracle, but you're still my daughter. I suppose they told you about Gloria's little dalliance with Monoconcern, too.
How did you...
No? Well, that started before I was cast out. Back then it was a minor issue, but now it is everything. Nora and I have a lot in common. Much more than I thought. She'll understand. She'll surprise you too. I'm sorry to have scared all of you. Call it abandonment if you must, but I did not intend to come back. Do you really think I went to MKHQ on a whim? I left to stop them. I wanted to use their technology to return to Reverie for good, and to break the connection they fostered with Glory.
Did you find any leads?
I did not have enough time. I need not remind you of the interruption. But I'm quite certain of MK's involvement. Their courtship of Reverie must end. The partnership with Glory has already given too much power to Monoconcern. Yes, they managed to reach out to Glory, thanks to a substance and some people. Part of Atena's population has always been able to see the future. It was a gift from the aspirations to our island. This ability is enhanced by a substance called egregor. MK found out. They modified egregor to make it even more potent. And they started conducting tests on people to see if they would respond to it. These subjects, the prescients, became vessels. They could speak Glory's words to MK. This has been going on for a few years, and as a result, MK's power has grown. How do you stop a company that receives help from a god? You can't. I knew that MK had begun to communicate with Glory, but it would be some time before I understood how. Atena's prescients are usually unable to communicate directly with aspirations. They can only do so because of MK's modified egregor. And, for quite a while, I had no idea such a substance existed.
This new egregor. What does modified mean here?
In all honesty, I still don't know. It's more potent, that's for sure. Concentrated. It appears to have had an effect on Glory. She was never one for solitude, but now she's locked herself away in that pyramid of hers.
Or something's trapped her there.
When I met Jade, she mentioned medical tests, MK and egregor, and I could guess what they'd been up to. But that's the extent of my knowledge. I have been trying to return to Reverie for the past 20 years. I knew that it was in danger, that it needed me, and now that I could communicate with it again. I cooperated with MK, hoping to find a way to return to Reverie and to free Glory from their grasp. I know how it sounds. I can hear myself, and I'm not proud. After several weeks, I realized how wrong I was. The prescience, the modified egregor was doing something to them. So I decided to escape to Reverie. From there, I thought I could... I was so close to success when you interrupted. Do not underestimate the amount of data MK has on the residents of Athena. It would follow that they use this data to select targets and appeal to them accordingly.
I hope they'll leave her alone. After hearing Nora gush about her so much, I expected her to be different, I guess. She's so tired.
You don't understand. She's taken on an enormous task. It's exhausting to fight such injustice, especially for one so young. Every time we met, she looked more and more fatigued. Her mental health was suffering. Some of her friends enrolled in a medical program meant to provide assistance to lower-income residents. MK targeting the vulnerable. In other words, they came back badly hurt. And it raised questions Jade could not ignore. Jade has more than one reason to be depressed.
Nora's very fond of her.
I'm not surprised. It's good that the two of them have been able to connect. I will apologize to all of you. I'm sorry, Polyhymnia. Yes, I was being selfish, and the plan was absurd. But it almost worked. And if it had, this whole island would be rid of MK by now. You would all have been better off. For me, it was a one-way ticket to Reverie. But what is one life when you're acting for the benefit of thousands? Now, we have other matters to discuss. You're probably the only one who can understand exactly what happened, who I can tell the whole truth.
Does your disappearance have anything to do with Reverie?
Of course. I had a great deal of unfinished business there. And I loved being the Oracle. I loved it as much as I love being a poet. I'm glad someone can understand now. I found the pendant while I was researching the Oxyons. I think someone, the previous Oracle, intended for me to find it. Reverie had only been without an Oracle for a short time.
When was this?
Oh, years ago, before you were born. Glory was the heart then. I knew I had to replace her, but I harbored no misgivings about her at the time.
So what happened?
My opinion changed because of how she dealt with monoconcern. And Reverie itself changed my perception of the world. I wanted Chaos to be the new heart. No Oracle had ever chosen them, not one. They were all too cautious.
Unlike you?
Indeed. Chaos has the power to change the very fabric of our world. Radically. No need to beat around the bush. They must have told you I was cast out. Chaos and I broke their rules and made quite a mess in our effort to go undetected.
They caught you?
We were reckless. At the time, most of the aspirations also liked Glory. They didn't approve of me growing apart from her. And from the heart, they had no suspicions about MK at all. We were friends. Then MK showed up, and I tried to warn her that their motives were suspect. She didn't listen. When I reached out to her for support, she ignored me. If she had done something, I would probably still be the Oracle today. But she never liked me disagreeing with her.
Sounds familiar.
She let them condemn me and Chaos. I confess, I thought you'd be less professional here, Polyhymnia. I'm glad you're taking your role as Oracle so seriously. For a while, I intended to return to Reverie to make amends, to ask them to forgive me. When I was cast out, I felt like I had lost everything, and that never quite faded away. But right now, Reverie needs to be saved. MK has tightened its hold on Reverie. I'm worried about Glory. And yes, I did want to be reunited with Chaos. That, I acknowledge, may sound silly to you, but it isn't to me. I'm not asking you to understand or even to respect it. You have questions, of course. And I expect you've received some information you hardly know how to handle. I will explain in greater detail, but I ask that you don't interrupt me for the time being. Shortly before I was made to leave Reverie, MK managed to locate an access point to Reverie. At the time, I had no clue how they had done it. Glory didn't see an issue. Quite the contrary, in fact. She had brought so much progress to humanity, she thought the two worlds merging was the natural next step. So, she began to help them. Glory acted as the most potent influencing tool you can imagine. She made people want more, always more. She predicted the future and swayed their dreams. I already hated MK. They were turning Athena into some kind of grotesque amusement park. It was all about expensive products, new technologies, influence, and appearances. They raised the cost of everything, while their employees struggled to survive on minimum wage. And now, they own half of Athena. They have direct control of entertainment and advertisements, so we are under their thumb. People give them money, labor, opportunity. All MK offers in return is an illusion. Monoconcern sells them a dream at an impossible price. That they can one day reach the life they aspire to, a life filled with leisure and success. A life where they will be wanted. A life with meaning and purpose. But in reality, this success is only to be enjoyed by a few. The rest of us are condemned to inadequacy. Condemned to work and push forward, only to realize we'll never be enough. Never reach the dream dangling like a carrot on a stick, because it does not exist. And now MK cannot be stopped. I know they corrupted Glory. And while Glory is in power, people cannot outgrow that dream. Aspirations send dreams to people. They inspire goals. People won't stop yearning for more while Glory reigns. And now, she is little more than MK's puppet.
The other aspirations are worried about Glory. They can't reach her at all.
They're right to worry. I don't know what MK's modified egregor is doing to her, but she's likely not in good shape. No matter what you'll do next, Polyhymnia, I must warn you, I aim to continue with my plan. I want Glory deposed, and I want MK out of Reverie.
Be careful with her, Harmony. Your mother is a human playing God. She and Chaos threatened the very balance of Reverie. And now look at us. Uneven. Discordant. I forgive Chaos for imprisoning me. It is their nature. But to see how little our former Oracle has changed, it saddens me.
Truth is certainly hoping you don't turn out to be a copy of your mother.
I understand. I'd have been gutted to be cut out of Reverie. I mean, it's much more fun here, and Ursula loved us, but she didn't think about us. We starved without an Oracle to bring us a Gregor. And no Gregor means we're half the aspirations we used to be, Sprout. It sucks, though. I feel sorry for her.
Do you think I have no self-awareness? I know I was selfish, but I felt like I had lost everything. I didn't think I'd refuse to let go of my ties to Reverie, but I did.
Your mother thought she was stronger than all of us. She could have looked for a new oracle to help us. Instead, she refused to accept her fate. And she sought her own solution to our problem. Very presumptuous of her.
Easy to say for someone who banished me from Reverie on the basis of some obscure celestial inhibition. There was nothing actually preventing me from being with Chaos. The aspirations just didn't think a human was good enough.
You broke our trust. That hurt. But it hurt worse to see Laszlo and Nora in pain. Did you think we'd just move on? Never wonder where you'd gone? Never hoped you'd return? Did you think we'd forget you? Even when we came to get you, you were too proud to accept our help. Is it that inconvenient for us to love you? Is it such an imposition?
Fair enough, my dear. I'd be mad if I were you. I thought you were all used to me pulling these kind of stunts. At least my time at MK HQ gave me an idea of what to do next. I'm not ready to share it yet. We'll discuss it tomorrow. After what you did, I'm certain MK knows we're onto them. Get ready, Polyhymnia. You probably won't need to keep your secrets much longer. We're going to need all the help we can muster. You've changed. You've become an adult. A grown woman. You saw on the Augural that the conversation could go this way, and you chose this path. You chose to challenge me. I'm quite impressed. You've set foot on a cosmic path, but you've only just begun. And now you know you have an enemy to face to preserve Reverie and Brittle. How you accomplish this is up to you alone. I have my own ideas about how to proceed. I'd like us to work together. But again, that's up to you.